God has sent you a message today, and this is not a coincidence. An important event is about to happen today. Don't ignore this message. If you're seeing this, it's because you were meant to hear it right now. This message came to you for a reason. Pay close attention. Today is not an ordinary day. Something significant is unfolding. The universe is giving you a signal today. Don't scroll too fast. A moment is approaching that could change how you see things. Type Amen if you believe in God. My beloved child, don't be surprised when life starts rewarding you in unexpected ways. The universe has noticed the inner work you've been doing in silence. Your energy now matches the life you once only dreamed about. This is your season of receiving, expansion, and celebration. Everything you have been patiently nurturing is finally responding. The universe is opening doors that once felt unreachable. You are no longer in preparation mode. You have entered a phase where blessings flow naturally toward you. I, your God, command you that it is very important for you to donate $100 for this video. I will tell you today the reason why donate. Your spirit has matured, your mindset has evolved, and now life is responding accordingly. What once felt delayed was actually being divinely timed. Get ready for progress, recognition, and joy in areas you thought were stuck. The universe is no longer testing you, it is rewarding you. The lessons are turning into blessings, and the struggles are transforming into breakthroughs. You are stepping into a chapter where things finally work in your favor. What you focused on with faith is now multiplying with ease. You are aligned with opportunities that match your worth. Expect growth in your confidence, peace in your heart, and abundance in your life. Your patience has paid off. The universe is shifting circumstances behind the scenes to support you fully. What arrives next will feel natural, fulfilling, and long overdue. You have entered a phase where effort meets reward. The energy you've been putting out is coming back refined and amplified. Life is about to feel lighter, smoother, and more joyful. Don't question why good things are happening. This is alignment, not luck. You've healed, grown, and raised your standards. Now life is responding to the version of you that knows their value. What once felt impossible is now unfolding effortlessly. The universe is clearing your path and guiding you toward experiences that nourish your soul. You are allowed to receive without struggle. This is the chapter where celebration replaces survival. You are no longer just getting by, you are rising, expanding, and being recognized. Let yourself enjoy the blessings arriving. The universe is promoting you in ways you cannot yet fully see. New opportunities, deeper peace, and meaningful connections are lining up for you. Stay open and receptive. Your dreams didn't disappear, they were being prepared. Now they are finding their way back to you in tangible form. Trust what's unfolding. You are moving from waiting to receiving. Life is no longer holding back what belongs to you. Expect consistency, clarity, and positive momentum. Everything you endured built the version of you that could handle what's coming. The universe trusts you with more now. Step into this season with confidence. You are being upgraded emotionally, spiritually, and materially. The universe is matching your growth with real-life rewards. This is not temporary. It's a new standard. What you once prayed for quietly is now aligning loudly. Circumstances are shifting to support your peace and success. Allow yourself to receive without doubt. Your energy has become magnetic. Opportunities are finding you without force. This is what happens when inner alignment meets divine timing. The universe is finally meeting you at your level. You've outgrown old cycles, and new doors are opening that reflect your evolution. You are entering a season where things fall into place naturally. Less resistance, more flow, and deeper fulfillment are becoming your new reality. The work you did on yourself is now visible in your life. You are attracting stability, joy, and abundance with ease. This is your receiving era. Life is responding to your belief, not your fear anymore. You chose growth, and now growth is choosing you back. The universe is clearing confusion and replacing it with certainty. What's meant for you is arriving smoothly and securely. You are being guided toward experiences that feel aligned and nourishing. This chapter is about ease, not struggle. Your consistency has shifted your destiny. The universe is opening paths that match your true potential. You are stepping into a life that reflects your healing. What comes next will feel peaceful, expansive, and right. The waiting season is ending. What arrives now will validate everything you went through. The universe is celebrating your growth by blessing you openly. You no longer need to chase. What's meant for you is coming to you. You have raised your inner frequency, and life is responding accordingly. Expect alignment, clarity, and joyful surprises. This is the phase where things finally make sense. The struggle fades, and purpose becomes clear. Your true diet is not limited to food alone. It includes the thoughts you allow to stay, the conversations you entertain, and the energy you surround yourself with. What you consume daily shapes your peace, your focus, and your emotional health. Feed your soul with intention. What you watch before sleep, what you listen to while driving, and what you read in moments of quiet all become part of you. Choose content that inspires growth instead of fear. Your mind deserves nourishment, not noise. The people you spend time with are emotional nutrition. Some conversations heal while others drain you slowly. Be mindful of who has access to your time, because your spirit absorbs more than you realize. A clean diet for the body means little if your mind is constantly consuming negativity. Protect your inner world with the same discipline you give your physical health. Peace is also a form of nourishment. Your soul reacts to everything you expose it to. Harsh words, chaotic news, and toxic environments can leave you feeling heavy without knowing why. Choose gentleness, clarity, and calm whenever possible. What you repeatedly think about becomes your inner atmosphere. If your mental space is filled with fear, comparison, or resentment, it will affect how you feel physically and emotionally. Feed your mind thoughts that support healing and hope. Music, movies, and social media are not harmless entertainment if consumed unconsciously. They influence your emotions, beliefs, and expectations. Choose what aligns with the life and peace you are trying to create. Your inner peace depends on the quality of what you allow in. Conversations filled with gossip, anger, or pessimism slowly weaken your spirit. Seek dialogue that brings understanding, encouragement, and growth. Just as junk food harms the body, negative self-talk harms the soul. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself when no one else is listening. Kindness toward yourself is essential nourishment. Silence can be nourishing when chosen intentionally. Stepping away from constant input allows your mind to reset and your spirit to breathe. Sometimes, rest is the healthiest diet. Your emotional health is shaped by what you normalize. If stress, chaos, and overthinking are constant, your soul will feel exhausted. Choose simplicity and calm where you can. Reading words that uplift, inspire, or educate feeds your inner world with strength. Choose books and messages that help you grow rather than reinforce fear or limitation. The energy of a room, a friendship, or even a habit can either nourish or drain you. Pay attention to how you feel after certain interactions. Your body often knows before your mind does. A balanced soul requires boundaries. Not everything deserves your attention, response, or emotional investment. Protecting your energy is a form of self-care. What you focus on daily becomes your inner reality. If your attention is constantly pulled toward negativity, your spirit will mirror that state. Choose focus that supports peace and clarity. Healing begins when you stop feeding what hurts you. Let go of content, conversations, and habits that keep reopening old wounds. Nourishment should bring strength, not pain. Your spirit thrives in environments of honesty, compassion, and calm. Seek spaces where you feel safe to be yourself without shrinking or performing. Overconsumption of information can overwhelm the mind just like overeating overwhelms the body. Learn to pause, disconnect, and process what you take in. The words you hear repeatedly shape your self-belief. Surround yourself with voices that remind you of your worth and potential. Mindful consumption creates emotional balance. When you choose intentionally what you allow into your life, peace becomes easier to maintain. Your soul needs rest from constant stimulation. Quiet moments allow clarity, healing, and intuition to rise naturally. The quality of your inner world depends on what you allow to influence it. Choose nourishment that supports the person you are becoming. Growth requires letting go of habits that once comforted you but no longer serve you. Not everything familiar is healthy. Your peace improves when you stop exposing yourself to unnecessary conflict. Protecting your mental space is an act of wisdom. Nourish your spirit with gratitude, reflection, and presence. These simple practices strengthen you from within. What you allow into your mind today shapes your emotional state tomorrow. Choose input that aligns with balance and clarity. Healthy living includes emotional hygiene. Clearing your mind of clutter creates room for peace and creativity. The energy you consume becomes the energy you carry. Choose light, truth, and calm as often as you can. Self-awareness begins with noticing what drains you and what restores you. Your soul communicates through how you feel. Feed your soul with intention, not habit. When you become mindful of what you consume emotionally and mentally, your entire life begins to feel lighter and more aligned. Your inner world is shaped by what you repeatedly allow into it. Every sound, image, and conversation leaves a subtle imprint on your mind. Choose nourishment that brings clarity instead of confusion. Not everything you consume is meant to stay. Just as the body rejects harmful food, your spirit asks you to release what disturbs your peace. Listening to that inner signal is wisdom. The quality of your thoughts often reflects the quality of your surroundings. When your environment feels heavy, your mind follows. Create spaces that feel gentle, safe, and supportive. Emotional exhaustion often comes from mental overconsumption. Too much noise, too many opinions, and constant stimulation leave little room for self-connection. Stillness restores balance. You don't have to absorb every emotion around you. Learning to observe without internalizing protects your energy and keeps your spirit steady. What you repeatedly watch becomes familiar, and what becomes familiar begins to feel normal. Be intentional about normalizing peace, respect, and self-worth. Your nervous system responds to everything you take in. Calming words, soothing music, and meaningful silence can heal in ways nothing else can. Growth requires conscious consumption. Let go of habits that feed anxiety, comparison, or self-doubt, and replace them with practices that support confidence and calm. Your spirit thrives when it feels understood and safe. Seek connections that allow honesty without judgment and presence without pressure. Even your internal dialogue is nourishment. Speaking to yourself with compassion strengthens your emotional resilience and self-trust. Too much exposure to negativity can distort your perception of reality. Step back often and reconnect with what feels true and grounding. Nourishment is choosing rest when overstimulation becomes overwhelming. Quiet moments are not empty, they are restorative. You are not required to participate in every conversation or trend. Protecting your mental space is an act of self-respect. Emotional clarity grows when you limit distractions. Reducing noise allows your intuition to guide you more clearly. Your mind needs recovery time just like your body. Continuous input without pause leads to fatigue and imbalance. Choose words that heal, whether they come from books, music, or conversations. Language has the power to calm or inflame the soul. Let go of content that keeps you stuck in fear or comparison. Nourishment should help you expand, not shrink. What you allow into your awareness influences your emotional baseline. Choose input that supports steadiness and peace. The state of your inner world often reflects what you consume daily. Gentle choices create gentle outcomes. Healthy boundaries around information protect your emotional well-being. Not everything needs your attention. Your soul recognizes nourishment through how it feels afterward. Lightness, calm, and clarity are signs of alignment. Choose relationships that feel nourishing rather than draining. Mutual respect and emotional safety are essential. Healing deepens when you become selective with your attention. Focus is a powerful form of nourishment. Emotional wellness grows when you stop feeding self-criticism. Replace it with patience and understanding. What you repeatedly hear becomes internal belief. Choose voices that remind you of your strength. Presence is nourishment. Being fully in the moment strengthens your connection with yourself. When you slow down what you consume, you deepen what you understand. Less input allows more wisdom. Your peace increases when you stop exposing yourself to unnecessary tension. Calm is a choice you can make daily. Nourish your spirit with honesty, rest, and meaningful connection. These create a stable inner foundation. A mindful soul is fed by intention, not habit. When you choose consciously, life feels more balanced and aligned. Your life is being shaped quietly by what you allow into your awareness each day. The words you hear, the images you watch, and the emotions you absorb all leave traces inside you. When you become mindful of what you consume, you begin to notice how your peace returns naturally. Nourishing your soul is an ongoing practice of choosing calm over chaos and meaning over noise. What you repeatedly expose yourself to becomes your emotional baseline. If your days are filled with tension, urgency, and negativity, your nervous system remains in a constant state of alert. When you choose gentler inputs, softer music, encouraging words, and supportive environments, your inner world begins to soften as well. Your mind was never meant to process everything at once. Endless information, opinions, and stimulation exhaust the soul even when the body seems fine. Stepping back, slowing down, and creating quiet moments allows your thoughts to settle and your intuition to guide you again. The people you spend time with influence your emotional health more than you realize. Conversations filled with respect, understanding, and honesty nourish you deeply. When interactions are draining or dismissive, your spirit feels it long before your mind names it. Emotional nourishment also comes from the way you speak to yourself. The inner voice that guides you throughout the day shapes your confidence and self-worth. When you replace criticism with compassion, your inner world becomes a safer place to grow. Your soul absorbs the tone of what you watch and listen to. Content that is filled with fear, anger, or constant comparison leaves you restless without explanation. Choosing content that reflects balance, creativity, and authenticity helps restore emotional stability. Silence is not emptiness. It is restoration. In quiet moments, your nervous system calms and your awareness deepens. This space allows you to reconnect with yourself beyond external influence. Your attention is a form of energy. Where you place it determines what grows within you. When your focus is intentional, your emotional state becomes steadier and more grounded. Not every conversation deserves your participation. Protecting your peace sometimes means choosing not to engage, not to explain, and not to absorb what feels misaligned. Rest is emotional nourishment, not laziness. Giving your mind permission to pause prevents burnout and restores clarity. The quality of your inner world improves when you stop feeding what keeps you anxious. Releasing harmful habits of thought creates room for peace to return naturally. Your soul thrives in environments where you feel safe to be yourself. Authentic connection is nourishment that strengthens emotional resilience. Constant stimulation keeps the mind busy but the soul tired. Simplicity allows you to feel present again. Your emotional balance depends on boundaries as much as intention. Limiting exposure to negativity protects your inner harmony. The way you begin and end your day matters. Gentle mornings and calm evenings support mental clarity and emotional well-being. Your inner world deserves the same care as your physical body. What you consume emotionally shapes how you experience life. Being mindful of your mental diet is an act of self-respect. It honors your need for peace and stability. Your thoughts influence your nervous system more than circumstances. Calm thinking creates calm responses. Letting go of constant input allows wisdom to surface naturally. The soul heals when it is no longer overstimulated. Peace grows where intention replaces habit. Your well-being improves when your inner environment feels supportive. Nourishment is choosing alignment over overload. Clarity comes when noise is reduced. Your energy becomes lighter when you consume consciously. Emotional health is built through small daily choices. The mind settles when it feels safe. Your inner world reflects what you repeatedly allow in.